If you're new to trading, there are 5 mistakes that can completely change the way you approach the market. And the worst part? Most beginners don't even realize they're making them. They enter the trades too early, they use too many indicators, choose an expiration before analyzing the setup, increase their position after a loss, and sometimes trade simply because they feel like they have to do something. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 mistakes and show you what you should be doing instead. So let's get started. Let's start with one of the most common mistakes I see beginners make: entering a trade without a clear setup. Sometimes a beginner looks at the chart, sees a few red candles and thinks, okay, the price is going down. Maybe I should enter down. But that's not analysis. That's simply reacting to what you see on the screen. Before entering any trade, you should know what you're looking for. For example, you may be watching a specific support or resistance level. You may be waiting for the price to react from a buyer or seller zone, and then you can use an indicator such as marked as traditional confirmation. The important thing is that you have a reason for the trade before you click the button. So the first rule: don't trade because the chart is moving. Trade only when you have a setup that you understand. The second mistake is almost the opposite. Beginners often think that adding indicators will make their analysis more accurate. So they add marked, moving averages, alligator, Bollinger Bands, RSI, and then maybe a few more. And suddenly the entire chart is covered with lines. The problem is that more doesn't automatically mean better information. In fact, it can make your decision much harder. When I analyze a chart, I prefer to keep things simple. I want to clearly see the price. I want to understand the structure of the market. I want to identify important zones. And then I can use indicators of confirmation. For example, when trading from a phone, marked can be convenient because it's displaced below the main chart and doesn't cover the price action with additional lines. But remember, the indicator should support your analysis, not replace it. Start with understanding price action first. And by the way, if you want to learn more about trading and improving your market analysis skills, you can check out Michael Educational Zone. This is where I share educational content about technical analysis, trading strategies, market structure, indicators, and the basics that every beginner should understand. And if you're looking for more practical trading sessions, we also have Michael VIP Zone, where I trade and share my trading sessions with the community. I'll leave the information about both Michael Educational Zone and Michael VIP Zone in the description and the pinned comment. But let's go back to the next mistake, because there is one especially important for beginners. The third mistake is choosing the expiration time before you even analyze the trade. You might hear someone say, 3 minutes is the best expiration, or always use 5 minutes. But there isn't one expiration time that works for every market situation. It all depends on the specific setup, the price movement, and the current market conditions. For example, during some of our analysis sessions, we may use a 3-minute expiration because it fits the particular setup we are watching. But that doesn't mean 3 minutes is automatically the right choice for every trade. The correct order should be: analyze the setup first, understand the expected price movement, then consider the appropriate expiration. Don't start with, I want to trade for 3 minutes. Start with, what is the market showing me right now? Now let's talk about something that can become a very serious problem: increasing your position simply because your previous trade was a loss. Imagine you open a trade and it doesn't go your way, the way you expected. Your first thought might be, okay, I lost this one. I'll increase the amount on the next trade and I'll make it back. This is exactly the type of emotional decision you want to avoid. A losing trade doesn't mean the next trade has a higher probability of winning. The market doesn't know you just lost your money. So increasing your position just to recover the previous loss can quickly turn one bad result into a much bigger problem. Instead, decide on your risk parameters before you start trading and stick to them. Your goal shouldn't be to recover a loss as quickly as possible. Your goal should be to follow a plan consistently. And now we get to the 5th mistake: trading when there is no clear opportunity. This is one extremely important. Sometimes you sit in front of a chart for 10 minutes or 15 minutes and nothing interesting happens. The price is moving sideways, there is no clear reaction from an important level, your indicators aren't giving you useful information, and you start thinking, I've been watching the chart for 10 minutes. I have to take a trade. No, you don't. You are not required to trade anytime you open the platform. Sometimes the best decision is to wait, and this is one of the principles I always want the beginners to remember. No setup, no trade. If the conditions aren't there, there is nothing wrong with staying out of the market. So let's put everything together. Before entering a trade, ask yourself 5 simple questions. Number 1, do I actually have a setup? Number 2, do I understand what the price is doing? Number 3, am I using indicators as confirmation rather than blindly following them? Number 4, have I considered the appropriate expiration for this specific setup? And lastly, number 5, am I making this decision according to my plan, or am I reacting emotionally? If you can't answer these questions clearly, there's absolutely nothing wrong with waiting. Trading isn't about finding one magic indicator or one perfect strategy. It's about building a process that you understand and you can follow consistently. You will have trades that work and trades that don't. That's why risk management, discipline, and realistic expectations are so important. And remember, no strategy can guarantee a profit, and you should never trade with money that you can't afford to lose. If you found this video useful, subscribe to the channel because I'll be sharing more educational videos about market analysis and trading psychology. And if you want to learn more, follow our trading sessions. You can check our Michael VIP zone, and I'll leave all the information in the description and pinned comment. And if you're planning to make your first deposit, don't forget about our NY100 promo code. NY100 gives you plus 100% on your first deposit from $15 or 15,000 Nigerian Naira. The promotion is valid until the end of August. So according to the promotional terms, just remember that trading involves risk. No strategy can guarantee a profit, so use the money you can afford to lose. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay disciplined and don't forget trades, and I'll see you in the next video.